We're about 30 days away from the official start of spring. With the beginning of spring means warm weather, which also means more food festivals and other occasions for us to get out and start selling more frequently and make a whole bunch of money. So I'm going to talk about how we can get prepared to make sure that we're going to have an awesome spring and an awesome summer. And the first thing we're going to work on will be the equipment and the facility, being the food truck or the food trailer. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business.
Every cup of Nespresso coffee is an invitation to transform your morning routine into a ritual you can treasure each and every day. Using the Vertuo Pup, a simple touch of the button freshly brews bold aromas and a rich, velvety crema layer for delicious cafe-quality coffee at home. Whether you enjoy your coffee hot or over ice, every sip, every morning is unforgettable. Nothing tastes like Nespresso coffee. Visit Nespresso.com or our app to explore our full range of easy-to-use machines and coffees not found anywhere else.
Now, I know that PM, which is just short for preventive maintenance, is one of those things that ends up at the very bottom of a to-do list. If we have time to check out the equipment, we'll check it out. Or sometimes, sadly, we wait until it breaks down to do any kind of maintenance or repair work to it. And then we kick ourselves for not having done the maintenance in real time and prevented a breakdown. So we're going to start with the food truck or food trailer and some of the preventive maintenance things that you guys need to do right now to get yourself ready for a great spring or a great summer. And then also you need to incorporate these things into your routine. So let's just jump right into it. The very first thing you want to do is inspect the trailer regularly. You want to check for signs of wear and tear and damage and rust and loose screws and loose bolts. You want to look for the things that are amiss. And really, you should be doing this every single day that you get ready to go out. Just walk around the trailer and give it that visual inspection. Look underneath it. Give it that visual inspection. You want to regularly check the tires. You want to make sure they're properly inflated, that they have still enough tread left on them, and that they're in good condition. There's no cuts or cracks or uneven wear. And you want to replace them as soon as they become damaged or worn. It is no fun to be headed to an event and one of the tires goes out. And now you're stranded on the side of the road, either trying to change it yourself or having to call a company to come do the tire change for you. So check your tires regularly. If anything on the trailer moves, lubricate it. So you're going to be applying lubrication to the hinge and latches, anything that moves. So we're talking about the wheels and the wheel hubs, if they need to be greased. Look at the lifting arms on your awnings. Are they in good shape? Do they need to be lubricated? So check out all of those moving parts. You have the hood fan, which is a moving part. A lot of people don't realize it because it has those nice big covers on it, but it does move on the inside, so you need to be checking that as well. You want to check the brakes. Inspect the brakes. Make sure they're working the way they're supposed to be working and that they're not too worn. Usually we don't change out the brake pads until we start to hear that metal on metal. And I'm going to tell you, if you wait that long, it's too late. So check out the amount of brake pad or brake shoe that's left so you know about how much longer before you're going to need to make that repair. You want to clean the trailer, and I'm talking about the exterior. You want to clean it very, very frequently because you don't need a lot of road debris and dirt on it. You want to take care of it just like you would if you had the most fancy sports car in the world. You're going to clean it. You're going to wipe it down. You're going to get those spots off of it. You're going to look at the windows. Are they fingerprint free? You're going to look at the tires themselves. Can you put Armor All on them to make them look really shiny? Treat it as if it's on a showroom and do that frequently. Check the electrical system. You want to test the lights. You want to test the brakes. Make sure that when you engage the brakes, the lights come on. You want to make sure the turn signals work the way they're supposed to be working. Any other marking lights, make sure they work properly. And you want to check these every week just to make sure you're not being stopped by Mr. Policeman saying, hey, you got a brake light out. I'm just going to give you this nice $100 ticket. We don't need those kind of expenses. Take the time to do the little visual checks. You want to check the hitch. You want to check it for wear and tear and damage. And then you want to make sure that it's properly lubricated. Now, you also need to think about caulking. People don't think about this at all. Every hole that's cut into your trailer, which will be the windows and the doors, anything that's going through the roof, your AC, the hood system, all of those things that have pierced from the outside to the inside have been caulked, which means you will need to replace that caulk, and you need to get used to visually checking those. You want to look for any gaps or any cracks in the caulking, because if there are cracks, if there are gaps, guess what? Moisture can get inside there, and so can debris. And then if it starts to rain a lot and you have those cracks or those gaps, you're getting rain inside the trailer. So spend the time to look at the caulking. You're going to get up on the roof and do the same thing. Look at the caulking around every single opening that's on that roof. And you should do this twice a year. Do it in the spring as you're getting ready to go out for the spring and summer months. And then do it again once you're out of summer. See what the direct heat and the sunshine did to that caulk. And then repair it. Whether you're going to be open for the winter or not, repair it so that if it is sitting for the next few months, it's not going to get all kinds of stuff on the inside. Because if there's a gap that water can get in, so can bugs. So you want to check the roof, check the caulk at least twice a year. In addition to doing these regular inspections, it's also extremely important that you keep the rubber roof of your trailer clean. Now, a lot of folks don't realize that the hoods that extract the grease-laden vapors have a catch pan, and that catch pan obviously is going to fill up. A lot of people lose that catch pan, or the manufacturer doesn't put in any kind of catch mechanism. It has a little pipe that leads out, and you'll see this pipe. It drains onto the roof, and then it runs off the edge. It's usually the back edge of the trailer, and you don't notice it until you have those big black streaks that run from the top of the trailer to the bottom, but that's grease. And if you're able to see it on the side, you've gone too long. So you got to get up there and make sure there's some type of catch mechanism, some type of pan, something to catch that grease-laden vapor that's being extracted from your cooking process. And if there's not one, you need to get up there and clean it regularly. So you're going to get up there and hose it off. You got to keep that roof clean. The thing about a roof leak is you're not always sure that it's a straight line. You might be looking at the roof going, well, it has to be a leak directly above my head, and that may not be the case. The leak could be several feet from where it's actually dripping inside the trailer. It's running along the beams, it's running along the support, it's running along the different sections of tile that are on your ceiling. And then when the water finds a place where it can drip through, it drips through. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the leak is directly above your head. It could be several feet away. So it's super important that you're doing these kind of activities. And with spring coming up, you guys want to be able to get out there and start making money from day one. And in order to be able to make money from day one, you got to do the monotonous tasks like preventive maintenance. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business.